It would be an understatement to say that I am not looking forward to Marvel Rivals released on December 6th. I am a huge Marvel fan, always have been since since I was a wee little 6-year-old kid watching Spider-Man on the TV. And ever since then, I've been a comic book fan. Marvel Rivals has a combination of two things that I love. First, the comics and some of the great characters that are in them and the possibilities of what they can do in the future, which we'll talk about here in a moment. And the fact that it reminds me a lot of Overwatch. And I have played a lot of Overwatch long before they went to Overwatch 2. I'm a fan of classic Overwatch. This has a lot of elements of that. And I'm excited to see how this game unfolds. Of course, my favorite all time Marvel characters already in the game, Magic. And as far as I can tell from the videos I've watched, the footage that I've seen, she is overpowered. But I love it. Let me play some overpowered Magic in an Overwatch style game. Slice and dice. I want to bring Limbo to Earth. Let's get it on. And now, guys, let's do my top 10 female characters of Marvel. Top 10 sexy babes that I want to see in Marvel Rivals. Let's do this. All right, guys. Coming in at number 10, Silver Sable, man, of the Wild Pack. Silver Sable is a character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel. Created by Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz, Silver Sable first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man 265. She is usually depicted as a mercenary, hunter of war criminals, leader of the Wild Pack, and owner of Silver Sable International. She had a good run in the 90s. She had her own book for a little while. She, basically was a woman hired to bounty hunt Spider-Man back in the day. They would often get into a lot of tussles. But she'd be great to bring into the Marvel Rivals. As far as what role she would play, definitely DPS. She'd be a running gun all the way. Coming in at number nine, SpiderGwen. For a couple of reasons. One, she'll fit in very well with the quick characters with Spider-Man. She'll mix in very well with all that. She looks great, but most importantly, she's popular. Who is Spider-Gwen? Well, it's Gwen Stacy, bitten by a radioactive spider in an alternate universe and becomes basically that world's version of Spider-Man, Spider-Girl, what have you, Spider-Ghost. She goes by many names, but Gwen Stacy, in my eyes, would be a welcome addition and probably a pretty popular character for people to play in Marvel Rivals. Let's do number eight. The Dazzler, of course, from the X-Men. Dazzler is a superhero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel way back in the day. X-Men 130 is her first appearance. I have the book. It's one of my favorite books to have. Dazzler, man, her powers turning sound into light. Now, I picture Dazzler as somewhat of a support character. Maybe her light can help heal her teammates or assist them in some way. Maybe, though, as like an offensive maneuver, she can actually blind characters. Wouldn't that be cool? Like the flash is so bright that your screen just like phases out on you for a minute. You can't see what's going on. That could be something interesting for Dazzler. I would like to see what happens. Coming in at number seven. Of course, I'm surprised we haven't seen her in the game yet. Of course, we're talking about the Black Widow, created by Stan Lee and Don Rico, and artist, by the way, Don Heck. This character first debuted as an enemy of Iron Man. Can I have one? In Tales of Suspense number 52, a book I do not have. But I do have a great many of these I almost said Black Sonya. Jesus Christ. Black Widow. Must be the red hair. I love Black Widow. Great character. Of course, played by Scarlett Johansson in the Avengers movies. Extremely popular. I'm surprised, like I said, that she's not in the game. And of course, she'd be a DPS run and gun it. A lot of these might be. Okay, a lot of these might be. Coming in at number 6, one of my all-time favorite X-Men, Kitty Pryde, a.k.a. Sprite, a.k.a. Shadowcat, a.k.a. Kate Pryde, whatever you want to call her. Don't call her late for dinner, but call her my number 6 pick, of course, to appear in Marvel Rivals. Created by Chris Claremont. First appeared in X-Men 129 with artist John Bryan. Of course, Kitty Pryde has the power to phase. She can move through solid objects at will, like a ghost. Now, imagine what you can do with that in a first person shooter like Marvel Rivals. You could literally just, walk through the map. You could, cut through barriers, walk through shields. And of course, when she does walk through something electronic, it fizzes out. It messes up, right? So any sort of like say like she's going against Iron Man and she phases through Iron Man's suit. Well, Iron Man would be knocked out for a few seconds. He'd be knocked out for a period of time until he can recover, thus making Iron Man vulnerable. So I think Shadowcat could make a good support character. Almost like a Sombra in the way that Sombra can hack in Overwatch. I think Shadowcat could do the same here. Coming in at number 5, Susan Storm of the Fantastic Four, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Of course, first appeared in Fantastic Four at number 1. Susan Storm received her powers by being exposed to a cosmic storm and is now known as Invisible Girl. She possesses 2 main powers that I know of anyway. She could have a little more now that she's evolved. But invisibility, of course, being known as the Invisible Woman. And the big one, I think, would be her ability to create force shields, okay? So that makes her a tank in my eyes. She can go invisible and she can put up force fields, right? So much like a Reinhardt or an old school Orisa, I think even though slim and sexy as Susan Storm is, she would be a tank in Marvel Rivals. Coming in at number 4. Now this is sort of I don't know if we'll ever see this pick just because she is very, very sexy. She likes to wear a lot of black latex and leather and skimpy outfits. So, I mean, in the game like Marvel Rivals, one of the big selling points for that game is going to be the amount of skins that they're going to release as things to monetize. Well, man, if they are willing to go the extra mile with Madeline Pryor and start putting out some of her skimpy Goblin Queen outfits and whatnot, they probably sell a ton. Now, who is the Goblin Queen? Well, this is a clone of Jean Grey created by Mr. Sinister. It's a long history, folks. I'm not going to go into it, but she first appeared in Uncanny X-Men 168, of course, by Chris Claremont and artist at the time, Paul Smith. So, again, clone of Jean Grey, but outside of that, she does have psychic abilities, much like Jean Grey does. Probably not on the same level, but she also can cast black magic. She's a sorceress. She's spent time in limbo. She's ruled limbo. Okay, so she can, as far as powers and things she can do, obviously she's going to be spell casting. But, for an ultimate, I would say she brings on the horde. Like she just summons a bunch of demons and they just run rampant for a little bit and you have to deal with them. That's what I would do with Madeline Pryor, a.k.a. the Goblin Queen in Marvel Rivals. Coming in at number 3, Felicia Hardy, a.k.a. the Black Cat, first appeared in Spider-Man's 194. It's one of the key issues that I own. It's one of my favorite ones. I got it for like $24 way back in the day. Felicia Hardy is the daughter of Walter Hardy, a world-renowned cat builder, much in the same as herself, of course, known for her sexy black look. Again, another character that likes that wear that tight latex with a little bit of white fur. Meow is what they say. Black Cat would be a great DPS character, great stealth character. Be really cool to play Black Cat. And of course, she's making all the waves in Fortnite. Coming in at number 2, we're almost there, folks. Number 2, we got Spider-Woman, a.k.a. Jessica Drew. Character first appeared in Marvel Spotlight number 32, created by Archie Goodwin and Marie Severin. This would be a great character to play. She's a brute, man. She's got superhuman strength, speed, durability, reflexes, wall crawling. So much like Genji, much like Spider-Man, she'll be crawling up the walls. Pheromone manipulation, bioelectric energy projection, gliding flight. In a weird way, she can almost be your next version of Pharah. Like she'll be able to glide through the air, blast that electricity at you. When she gets into melee, maybe she'll do like a little bit of extra damage, that sort of thing. She could be a DPS, maybe a tank, maybe. I don't know. The next one, my number 1 pick, and I don't know how they would make this work, but we can speculate, can't we? And if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comment section below for our number 1 pick. But the number 1 pick, and you probably knew it was coming, is Jean Grey, but in particular, the Dark Phoenix. Now, the Dark Phoenix is a fictional entity appearing in Marvel Comics created by Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum. The Phoenix Force is famous for its central role in the Dark Phoenix Saga storyline, like one of the most famous X-Men storylines ever to be told and retold probably several times, but nothing. Guys, and let me tell you something. You haven't read the original stuff. Go back and read that classic X-Men, man. You will love it. Phoenix Saga. The Phoenix Force is one of the most fierce beings in all of existence, and it can cut, regrow, or destroy any part of the universe as it wishes. It's been described as being the embodiment of the very passion of creation, the spark that gave life to the universe, the flame that will ultimately consume it. The creator, the destructor, Dark Phoenix. So, as a character being that powerful, it'd be hard to fit into the game at full power. But what you would do is you would make up a storyline in the game that the Phoenix has been depowered so much. She's not out of commission, but her power level has significantly decreased. So she'd still be like a psychic like Jean Grey. She'd be throwing around flame and fire. And I can picture her ultimate being like her turning into the big fire bird and just roasting everyone from head to toe. Just spread that around, team wipe right there. Dark Phoenix, man. That is my number one pick for the top 10 female characters, top 10 sexy female characters that I would like to see show up in Marvel Rivals. And good chances are we probably will see some of them, if not all of them, at some point in time. I'm excited to play the game. How about you? Come here December 6th. Once that game launches, once I have it downloaded, we are going live. Me, my friends, whoever is playing, we're going to go live. We're going to put together our 6-man squad. I'm going to be playing a lot of Magic, probably a lot of Spider-Man. I'm probably going to check out Mantis and Psylocke. I'm going to dabble with a few of them, but you guys know my love is Magic of the X-Men. Guys, thank you. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned from a word from our sponsor, me. And just who is the sponsor of today's video? Well, it's me, Austin. It's been me all along. And guys, I just want to quickly point out that I too am a comic book creator. I just don't speak it. I produce it, right? It's like put your money where your mouth is. We do that each and every time we have a release. I've been doing this now for a decade. We're published. We're in comic book shops and we're on eBay. So if you ever want to check out Nyobi and you haven't yet, one of the best ways to do that is to come by our eBay store. Take a little scroll through here. If you type in Nyobicomics, you'll find it. Of course, link will be in the description of the video. I have all kinds of great back issues and hard to find variants here from artists that you know and love like Jamie Tyndall, Elsie Frita, Steph Wilson, Paul Green, John Stinsman of Evangeline fame, Keith Garvey, and so many more, guys. If you're missing out on some Nyobi back issues, if you're looking for that hard to find variant, chances are you're going to find the best deal right here on eBay, and chances are you're going to find that deal directly through me. And as always, if you do order a book from me, I'll throw in a little extra goodies in there, a little tchotchke package of stickers and bookmarks and cards. Oh my. You'll have all that. Plus, you can have your book signed or unsigned. That is up to you. And keep an eye on this page because I do update it fairly frequently with new items all the time. As something sells, I will put it back up. So, guys, today's sponsor, Nyobicomics, the eBay store. Come check it out.